Humans are walking bundles of glitches. We yawn when other people yawn, even if we're not tired. We point the remote at the TV like it's a wand from Hogwarts. And for some reason, we all experience a deep primal urge to not step on the lines of a sidewalk, like we'll fall into a tax audit if we do. So today, we're diving into the weird, random behaviors we all do without having any idea why. Because nothing says evolved species, like thinking your phone vibrated when it didn't. Starting off strong, boomerang yawns. You're in a meeting. Someone yawns. And just like that, your brain's like, same. Next thing you know, half the room looks like they're preparing to scream in slow motion. Why? Science says it's some kind of empathy response. But let's be real. It feels less like empathy and more like your brain glitching out of boredom. What's worse? You can catch a yawn through a video. A video. That's not empathy. That's demonic Wi-Fi. Next up, talking to yourself. Don't lie. You do it. We all do it. You rehearse fake conversations in the shower. You insult a chair for stubbing your toe. You win imaginary arguments 5 days later while doing laundry. And psychologists call this self-regulation. I call it me trying to not go full Joker on a Tuesday. And yes, studies show talking to yourself can improve memory and concentration, which explains why I'm a genius every time I whisper, "Don't forget the pasta" at the grocery store, and then forget the pasta. Now let's address the modern exorcism, phantom phone vibrations. You feel your phone buzz in your pocket. You check. Nothing. Not even a missed call from your mom asking if you're alive. Just the sweet emptiness of digital rejection. Congratulations. You've experienced phantom vibration syndrome, which sounds like something invented by a bored Marvel villain. Apparently, our brains have become so obsessed with dopamine hits that they invent notifications. Imagine being that desperate for attention. Actually, don't imagine. Just open TikTok. Let's pivot to something physically stupid. Closing your eyes when you sneeze. Why do we do this? To protect our eyeballs? Are we worried we're gonna sneeze so hard we launch them across the room like fleshy ping pong balls? The real reason is a reflex. Your body's way of saying, don't look at what's about to happen. It's gross. And honestly, fair. Because no one looks cool sneezing. It's the least photogenic thing humans do besides, well, being born. Now let's talk walking in circles when you're lost. You'd think, as a species that created Google Earth, we could walk in a straight line. But nope. Put a human in a forest with no landmarks, and they will slowly spiral into oblivion like a Roomba on a spiritual journey. Studies have proven it. People actually veer left or right consistently. It's like our internal GPS is running on Windows 95. And speaking of irrational behavior, let's talk about people who press the elevator button multiple times. Buddy, it's not a vending machine. It's not gonna get there faster if you bully it, but we do it anyway. Over and over, like it's our duty. This is called the illusion of control. We know it doesn't help, but it feels like we're doing something, just like replying LOL to a text you didn't even find funny. Let's move on to one of the oldest rituals in human history, blasting your favorite song on repeat until you hate it. It starts innocent. One day, you hear a song and you're like, wait, this slaps. Next thing you know, it's your entire identity. You've made a playlist with just that song. You're humming it in line at CVS. And then, like magic, it turns into psychological torture. Every beat is a personal attack. This is because your brain loves repetition until it doesn't. The dopamine rush wears off, and you're left wondering why you ever liked Cake by the Ocean in the first place. Now let's address a classic. Not stepping on the cracks. Step on a crack, break your mother's back. Ah yes. Playground trauma, now available in adulthood. You could be a grown man in a suit, walking to your office, and suddenly, your legs do a weird dance just to avoid a crack, like it's cursed. It's not superstition. It's actually your brain being addicted to symmetry. Anything out of order feels wrong, like putting ketchup on pasta or replying K in a text. You could do it, but should you? Oh, and while we're being irrational, let's talk about pointing the remote at the TV. Listen. The remote isn't a sniper rifle. The signal is infrared, not a laser beam. But here we are, aiming it like we're trying to take out a hostage. Situation on Netflix. Missed the sensor by 2 inches? No signal. Pointed it directly at the dog? Works fine. We know it doesn't matter, but it feels like it does. It's like waving goodbye to someone even though they're not looking. Useless, but emotionally satisfying. Now here's a behavior no one talks about enough. Rewriting a text 12 times before sending it. You're not writing a novel. You're trying to say, sure, that works for me. And yet somehow, your soul leaves your body every time you type no. Worries and wonder if it sounds too passive, or too eager, or too cold. Eventually, you settle on Lowell sounds good and cry into the void. It's a modern social survival instinct. We are all deeply afraid of being misinterpreted in digital or tone. It's like sending smoke signals and hoping they don't spell I'm emotionally unstable. Let's throw in a bonus one. Making deals with inanimate objects. You ever kick your car and go, come on baby, just start one more time? Or plead with your Wi-Fi router like it's a Roman god? That's called anthropomorphism. It's when your brain says, hey, let's treat this object like it has feelings. Because clearly your toaster will work better if you threaten it. Totally logical. And finally, we have the universal experience of overthinking literally everything you've ever said. You remember something awkward from 5 years ago, and suddenly your entire body shuts down, like you've been unplugged from the Matrix. It's 2 a.m., you're in bed, and your brain's like, hey, remember when you said you too after the waiter told you to enjoy your meal? Great. Now you're reliving it for eternity. So what have we learned? Humans are a mess. A hilarious, overthinking, yawn-contagious, sidewalk dancing mess. And the best part? Nobody knows why we do half of it. We just do. Because tradition. Because instincts. Because society. Or because our brains are just in a constant state of, hey, close enough. But hey, if you made it this far without yawning, misreading a text, or hallucinating a phone vibration, congrats. You're either a robot or heavily sedated. Smash that subscribe button if you enjoy watching me expose humanity's most embarrassing default settings. And if you thought this was weird, wait till you meet the animal kingdom.